Hello, I'm Mancini Lanzi from Coventry University. I'm currently working as a training fundraising assistant at Social Sports. This was my first week in this new role. Before I started the internship, I had an induction days because I never worked in this role before or in the same industry. So before I have started, I spent some time researching the company. I remember regarding the industry and especially about the job role. I remember on my first day, Marlon presented me to the team and explained us what we're supposed to do and cover this week. So when I started the internship, I remember that the first couple of days were more research based. I received a tremendous amount of information, but after 3 days it started to be easier. I started to feel more confident, and all the information I received, I put them into practice. I also realized that more I was doing, more I was learning, and I also learned how to manage to update my LinkedIn profile, even if my knowledge of LinkedIn were really poor. I participated in some networking events. I met some people at these events. I remember that they added me on LinkedIn and we discussed about raising funds for a good cause. And about Mr. Marlon was really helpful. He made sure that I was comfortable. He also made sure that I have everything that I need, or if I have any questions, Marlon was always there for me and especially for the team. So I'm looking forward to see what next week will be. University. I'm currently working as a training fundraising assistant at Social Sports. This was my first week in this new role. Before I started the internship, I had an induction days because I never worked in this role before or in the same industry. So before I have started, I spent some time researching the company. I remember regarding the industry and especially about the job role. I remember on my first day, Marlon presented me to the team and explained us what we're supposed to do and cover this week. So when I started the internship, I remember that the first couple of days were more research based. I received a tremendous amount of information, but after 3 days it started to be easier. I started to feel more confident, and all the information I received, I put them into practice. I also realized that more I was doing, more I was learning, and I also learned how to manage to update my LinkedIn profile, even if my knowledge of LinkedIn were really poor. I participated in some networking events. I met some people at these events. I remember that they added me on LinkedIn and we discussed about raising funds for a good cause. And about Mr. Marlon was really helpful. He made sure that I was comfortable. He also made sure that I have everything that I need, or if I have any questions, Marlon was always there for me and especially for the team. So I'm looking forward to see what next week will be. Hi, I'm Mancini Lanzi from Coventry University. I've just completed my second week at Social Sports as a business development associate. This week was quite intensive. I think actually more intensive than the previous one. I learned a lot of things, especially on how to use the HubSpot CRM software. I usually starting my week with some events and by practice my elevator pitch, which is essential for a business development role. I realized that I was more confident than the previous week, much more confident than the previous week. However, I still had some difficulties to talking in front of other people in public. And when I usually join an event in front of many people, I always a bit shy. I always feel like a bit shy. However, after a quick chat with somebody, I usually felt like more confident. I also receive a target to be achieved, and this week I'm behind these targets. But Mr. Marlon gave me some tips in order to achieve those targets. So hopefully by next week I should be back on track and I will do better than this week. Hi, my name is Joshua Mancini Lanzi from Coventry University. I've just completed my third week at Social Sports as a business development associate. This week was quite good actually compared to the last 2 weeks. I learned many new things, especially Zoom skills and how to connect with people on LinkedIn. I connected with so many people on LinkedIn, and I have been invited to many different events. And I also have improved and practiced my elevator pitch, which is essential for a business development role. This week, I also felt more confident, very confident, because the previous 2 weeks, when I was invited to the event, I was a bit shy, but this week I was really confident. I was able to talk in front of many people fluently without any issue. However, sometimes I still have lack of confidence. However, this week I was quite better. Also, Mr. Marlon explained me on how to identify the key stakeholders. So this week I learned quite a new things. I'm looking forward to see what next week will bring. Hi, I'm Joshua Lanzi from Coventry University. I've just completed my week at Social Sport as a business development associate. This week was more manageable for me than the previous one. I have been invited to several events across United Kingdom as usually. But finally, I had to overcome my difficulties to talk in public, to talk in front of other people. And I've realized that my elevator pitch was better and smoother. I also spoke with many people in the FSB events, and I have also managed to organize more one-to-one meetings than before. I've been in charge to promote two Virgin events in collaboration with Paul Social, with the key stakeholders. I have also improved my LinkedIn and Zoom skills, and every day during this week I learned something new. I remember that from week 1 I used to ask so many questions. I always chase somebody, but now in week 4 I feel more confident. I feel more I gain more abilities, more skills. I'm looking forward to seeing what will happen in week 5. Hi, I'm Joshua Lanzi from Coventry University. I've just completed my 5th week at Social Sports as a business development associate. This week I was really prepared than the previous weeks. I knew what I have to do, and I have completed all my tasks. As usual, the week started with many different events across United Kingdom. I have been scheduling many one-to-one Zoom meetings with the key stakeholders. My elevator pitch was smoother than before, and I was also one of the people in charge of promoted 2 vision events in collaboration with Paul Social. I saw myself more knowledgeable about identifying the key stakeholders by using LinkedIn and HubSpot, which is a CRM software. This week I felt that my level was close to a senior business development. I didn't need any help, or I don't need future training from Mr. Marlon. And now I think I can deal every task. So I'm looking forward to seeing what will happen in week 6. Hi, I'm Joshua Mancini Lanzi from Coventry University. I have just completed my 6th week at Social Sports as a business development associate. This week was similar to the previous one, with the only main difference that Mr. Marlon put me in charge to promote a Pulse Social Wellbeing virtual event on Eventbrite for the 8th of March. Feeling strong in your body, a tap into your inner strength, Ki Jong. I also email and contact most of my contacts on LinkedIn. I had one-to-one Zoom calls, FSB event, and I also prepare my weekly video for the week. I can say that this week was really challenging. I had to put a lot of effort in it, but I had support from Mr. Marlon and my colleagues, and my colleagues helped me with the promotion part, while Mr. Marlon advised me on how to contacting and promoting the event, the Eventbrite event with the key stakeholders. So I'm looking forward to seeing what next week will bring. Hi, I'm Joshua Mancini from Coventry University. I have just completed my 7th week at Paul Social Sport as a business development associate. I can say that this week was similar to the previous one, with one only main difference, that we didn't have any event to be promoted. As usual, I mail and contact most of the people that I found on the FSB event. However, it was tough. It was really tough because I knew most of the people already, and it was hard to find actual new people. I had one-to-one Zoom calls as usual, FSB event, and I also prepare my weekly video for the weeks that I usually do on Friday, usually around 2 to 4 o'clock. And it must be ready for 6 p.m. I can say that this week was really challenging, especially because I was struggling to find new people, but I try to use knowledge learned from Mr. Marlon to find new people, new possible stakeholders. I have also struggled to organize one-to-one Zoom calls because I met fewer people this week compared to the beginning, from when I started from week 1, 2, or 3. Now it was really tough. So I'm looking forward to seeing what next week will bring. Hi, I'm Joshua Mancini from Coventry University. I've just completed my 8th week at Paul Social Sport as a business development associate. This week was different from last week. I had events like the previous week, but I was mainly focused on women that want to do sport activities. I've contacted people through LinkedIn, but it was tough. It was really tough this week because I knew most people already, and it was hard to find new people actually. However, I always found a way to meet new people because with Paul Social, I've improved my social and research skills. I have also prepared a spreadsheet on Excel with people interested in sport to deliver to my employer. Moreover, I would like to thank my employer, Mr. Marlon, for the incredible support during these 8 weeks, and I'm looking forward to seeing what will happen next week, which is my last week at Paul Social Sports. Hi, I'm Joshua Lanzi from Coventry University, and this was my last week at Paul Social Sport as a business development associate. Because it's the end of my internship, I would like to answer 3 simple questions. The first question is, what I did like most about this placement? I really like to be a part of Paul Social as a business development, and I really like what a business development does, such as participating in these different online and offline events, meet new people, discover new things, etc. However, this placement allowed me to have a professional experience and work with Manon Komok, an international sports coach and social enterprise entrepreneur. The second question is, what was the most important skills that I learned on this placement? I believe that this placement helped me improve my organizational skills, because before this experience I could not do multiple tasks simultaneously, but today I can do multiple things at the same time. For example, while I participated in an online event, at the same time I send an email, contact people, and organize one-to-one meetings without forgetting anybody. It seems easy, but when you have multiple things, multiple tasks to do, and those things accumulated, you risk forgetting about the rest of your work. And the last question that I want to answer is, what do I plan to do after completing this placement or completing in my studies as well? After completing this placement and my bachelor degree in accounting and finance, I want to work within the finance sector, and I'm seeking to build a career within asset management by undertaking a graduate scheme.